Hey everyone, it's Miss Alicia B and welcome back to my channel. I've missed you guys. I haven't been on here for a little while, but I'm back again to share my songwriting journals. I'm going to do this in two parts. So today I'm going to share the story behind the journal, and then tomorrow I will share a song based on this journal, which I normally do, because it would not be right to do a journal without making it a songwriting journal, because that's what I'm about. I'm a songwriter, so I pray that this journal will bless you, will help you, and by September I will start doing these journals live again, where we can do the journals together. We can write our journals together. If you're a single mother, especially, I'm still doing the single mother series throughout September. What I'll be doing, hopefully in September, I will have different series for different days. So let me get started in this video. So I wrote this journal on the 10th of the 8th, 2022. So that's the 10th of August this month. This is about my child's father and how he's absent. I've got two sons, but this particular journal is about my second son's father. So at one point, I was gradually letting go of my child's father and the fact that he's an absent father. The thoughts were still coming to my mind. However, I was able to control my emotions and not contact him or try to engage in any conversation with him or other people around him. Because at one point, when I was really emotional about the situation, I will contact his brother. I'll be telling his mother. Every time she speaks to me, I'll be mentioning the situation because it was so emotional for me, the fact that he's absent. But I had to get to that place because it was creating issues. He didn't like the fact that I was speaking to these people, but it was a very hard time for me to deal with, you know, and the things that had been said, why he wanted to not be around my son, it was very hurtful for me. So I was trying to process it, and the best way for me at that time was to talk. But now I'm not at that place where I'm so emotional about it, but it's still in my mind. It's still slightly like a worry to me, like what's gonna happen. So I haven't fully let go of it yet. So just a bit of a backstory. So it's been over a year that we haven't seen my son's father. He's spoken to me on the phone a few times in that year, but every time we've spoken on the phone, the conversation hasn't gone very well in the end. Either he's not listening to what I'm saying or understanding what I'm trying to say. I think a couple of times we tried to see eye to eye and try to have a decent conversation, but nothing has actually progressed from those conversations. It's always just we're just talking something, we try to see eye to eye, but it never amounts to anything. So I got fed up. I stopped answering the calls because I'm like, what do you want? Because this is not going anywhere. This is just a waste of my time answering the phone to you. But recently I decided to answer the phone and didn't really see what he's saying and try to listen to what he's saying. You know, he said he wants to be there and whatever, and you know, he wants to make things work. But a couple of weeks later, we were supposed to meet, and that he was calling me, he was speaking to me most of the days. He was communicating with me very well, everything, because I didn't let my son speak to him yet because I said to him, I want to make sure that you're 100% this time. So I don't want you to speak to my son or our son until it's the right time. So I was just communicating with him, seeing where he's at, seeing where he's going, what he's thinking to do. We was planning to meet. We was talking all that week, and when it came to like 3 days before, we were supposed to both. He said that he's gonna ring me to confirm that I'm still available and he's still available. I didn't hear anything. Friday, Saturday, nor Sunday. I didn't hear nothing. And Sunday was the day we were supposed to meet. I didn't hear nothing. Not a word, not a sound, not anything. I was thinking, okay, here we go again, innit? So I said, Lord, should I text him or not? Should I leave it? And I felt led to text him, but just don't mention the situations. I didn't mention anything about what happened. I just said to him, going forward, this is what I'm going to do. Once a week, I'm going to speak to you only once a week regarding our son. And number two, I'm going to, I didn't say it in the same time. I think I sent another text later. I thought about it again and I was like, also, if I don't see any changes within 1 month, you're not going to hear from me. So he just exploded and started to carry on and text and get upset with me. Said that either I want to move forward or not. But I wasn't going to answer him because he's not in control. I'm in control because I'm the one looking after my son. So I have to say what is going to happen and what I'm going to agree to or not. So it's not for him to tell me I must answer his question. He must answer my question. So that's how he wants to be in control. That's the only thing I want to mention. I don't want to go into everything that's happened between me and him in this video. But he doesn't want me to be in control, but I am. Because I'm looking after my son day to day, not him. So he wants to act that way and every minute blocking me. I said, you know what? I'm cutting this off for good. So going forward, I feel for me to be able to let the situation fully go is I have to get rid of any attachment that I have to him. Because there's still some attachments there. So I've known this person for 8 years, and even before I had my son, I've known him. My son is only 4, so I've got a lot of these attachments to him, and I need to deal with that. That's the way I'm going to be able to fully get to the place where I don't have to hear from him. I don't have to even think about him too much. Maybe once in a while, but not every day. Daily, I'm thinking about him. I'm thinking about the situation every day. I've got to get away from that. Number 2 is I've got to change my mindset because, I listen to a lot of videos on YouTube about similar situations, and they always say no man can replace a child's biological father, which is true. But they're like basically saying that how the child is always going to want to know their biological father, even if you have a stepfather. Which is true, but you can't do, that's true. But I don't want to make that a worry for myself anymore, or a reason why I have to kind of keep in touch with him and open the door a little bit. No, regardless of what, I will be fine, my child will be fine, we'll get through this. If he's not cooperating with me, if he's not respecting what I want for my son, if he's not respecting us, then there's nothing I can do about that. It just is what it is. And when my son gets older, I have to say Dad's not around. He's just not around. Nothing I can do about it. All I can do is pray for my son that he will grow up in the right way, in a positive way, regardless. I can't do anything about it. Many people go through a situation whether their parents die, whether things happen, why they can't have their biological parents in their life. So it just is what it is. I can't do anything about it, and I have to accept I can't do anything about it. He has to want to change. He has to want to do different for his son, and I can't make him do that. So I can tell him what I'm expecting, and I have to say, if you're not able to do that, you can't contact us, because I can't be doing this. I can't be going through this negativity all the time. I'm supposed to be moving forward and I'm going backwards with this person all the time. It's not healthy for me or my son or my environment, because I've got 2 sons. It's not healthy. It's not helping me or my son. It's not helping us in any way having communication with him. So I'm letting it fully go. I said to the Lord, because I'm a Christian, if you want him to be in contact with us, you're going to have to show me signs that he's fully changed. So for number 1, you have to show me through his mother, because him and his mother don't speak. They don't really get on. So if his mother can say he's now speaking to her, they're building a good relationship, that could be my number 1 sign. But I want other signs to show me. I don't want to just hear it from him that he wants to do this and he wants to do that. No, I have to see signs this time, because I'm not opening that door unless I see certain signs that he's changed. And that's all I want to say today. I don't want to keep this video too long. That going forward, I'm letting go of it. If it means that my son never sees his dad ever again, that's okay. And if he sees him, that's also okay, if it's the right thing to do, if he's in the right place. But if he's not in the right place, I'm not worrying about it. I'm not even going to think about it anymore. And I think number 3 is, I think sometimes the last point is that we can become like a bit vulnerable, or it can affect our self-esteem when our child's fathers are not in their life, because it's like you can take it on like it's your fault, and that could be a bit of an attachment that I have to break. But it's not my fault. In a sense, obviously, it's my fault. I had a child with him in a way that wasn't the right way. We wasn't married, or I never had a good relationship with this guy. In that sense, a solid relationship with him, like a solid. It wasn't, our relationship wasn't solid. So, and I wasn't married to the guy, and I had a child. That's not my fault in a sense. That's my mistake. But in general, it's not my fault that he's decided not to be there or to commit to the situation. That's not my fault. That's his own choice that he's made for whatever reason. So I'll leave it as that for today, and I'll see you guys in part 2 of this video. And God bless you. Have a good day. Bye.